And welcome to another episode of the Rebel Radio Podcast. This is Mark.
This is Matt.
This is Long.
And welcome back. Welcome to 2026. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
It is our first episode of the year. We took a week off for Christmas and celebrated the holidays and all that good stuff. And now we are back on the proverbial grind, as they call it. And I don't know. Is it a grind? Is it a grind to podcast?
It can be.
Can be, I guess.
But it, usually it just, just flows, dude.
Yeah.
Nothing grinds. It just flows.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Throw a bunch of bullshit out of your mouth.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, man. No, it's good to be back. It's good to be back. Had a couple weeks to chill, relax, and now we will full-fledged go into the new year, man. As we're headed to, we will hit 500 episodes this year. Sometime early summer. Wow, that's pretty crazy.
That's a big one.
Yeah, 500 episodes. 12. These are our 12th year. Man, damn. Put that in some perspective. That's pretty wild.
12 years, dude.
2026 should be pretty special, man. No idea what we're doing yet for the 500th episode, but we'll figure out something quite special to do. I know we did Star Wars for like the 100, 200, 300, and we did a Seven Samurai for 400. So we did some special stuff. So we'll figure out something for 500.
We should do a porn movie.
Do a porn movie for 500.
Yeah, you could do a Mezzo Forte.
Oh, Lord.
No, a real porn movie.
Oh, okay. Barbarella?
A real porn movie.
Striptease.
God, no.
Barbed
you think
wire?
that's a porn movie that you haven't lived, bro. Oh, man.
I have to keep it PG-13. They complained last time. Our friends in Tokyo. Yeah.
476, I think, this episode. So, yeah, 24 weeks away or so. So, like I said, sometime late May, early June, we'll hit 500.
Will we finally do Howard the Duck as 500?
Probably not. If Frank was still on the show, that was like his jam.
That was his
jam. This movie's so bad.
Duck porn.
Dude, I'd rather watch Ewoks movies than that crap.
I would rather watch Beautician and the Beast.
At least the Ewoks movies take place in the Star Wars universe, and they have some redeeming value to them. Howard the Duck is terrible. But it might be like, I don't know if it's one of the worst movies ever, but it's pretty bad. So, yikes. But yeah, man. So 2026, we're going to talk a little bit more about 2026 later in the show and some movies we're looking forward to this year and all that stuff. But, 2025 has ended. Celebrated New Year's a little bit. But mostly I'd rather have gone to bed, but just stayed up a little bit and popped a few firecrackers and literally drank I haven't felt good the last couple of days. So I didn't even drink my customary whiskey and Coke, man. I just, I did have a beer, but not my usual, man. I couldn't do the hard stuff, not feeling well. So,
man, I screwed up. I had a freaking 2 4 Horsemans, and I've been fasting, been trying to get right. I was trying to jumpstart my New Year resolution and get on keto. And I had nothing but water, and I threw back a couple 4 Horsemen, and that jacked me up. That was it.
Well, don't do keto. So you just eat right and eat well, and then you can still drink your whiskeys, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's the way you do it, bro. You gotta think this right. It
takes too long, man.
Whiskey is not keto friendly. You can't,
It is. Oh, it is. Whiskey's keto friendly.
Oh, the more you know.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I just if you're fasting, you got nothing in your stomach, man, it hits you like a pile of bricks. That's what happened to me.
I can't really, I don't know. I can go a few hours without eating, but I have to eat something to get headaches. I can't do the fasting thing. So, no, and fasting can backfire on you though, because you just want to eat a lot. So
it can, yeah.
But yeah, man. Anyway, I don't really make resolutions because I think they're bullshit. But I do think that I am going to get back on the workout trail here pretty hard once I get over this congestion.
Good, man.
Try to keep on doing better.
Watch Rocky IV. It'll make you want to work out.
Yeah, no, man. It's the I'm more of a Rocky 2 guy.
Rocky 2,
Rocky 3, getting ready to beat up Clubber Lang.
Oh yeah, Rocky 3 is good.
Yeah,
that's a good one.
It's so underrated. Like 1 and 2 are great. Don't get me wrong, they're the classics, but 3 is so underrated. It's actually way better than people give it credit for.
I like it, man.
So, but
The trash talking,
dude,
power punches.
when I do have a punching bag in my garage and I hit the crap out of it, I do feel like Rocky Balboa when I'm doing it, And yeah, only I picture some angry person's face like Frank, and I just punch Frank.
Do you like make grunts in a Philly accent? Hoo, hoo.
Not maybe not the accent, but there's some grunting involved.
Oh, okay.
That's a hell of a good workout though.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to do it very long. 10 minutes on the bag and you feel good. If you're doing it the right way.
Yeah.
A lot of people get out there. You can't just get out there and just casually jab. You got to like hit. And you do that for 5 to 10 minutes. Man, it's a good workout.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, but so what are you guys glad 25's over, moving to the new year? I don't know, man. I feel like as I get older, I'm just getting older. That kind of sucks. It's like, I'll be fucking 50 this year.
Dang.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. You'll be 50. I'll be 40.
Yeah.
Dang, dude.
10 years apart. Isn't that cute?
Yeah, man. I'm probably. This is way too early, but I probably will do something. I did a big house party for my 40th at my brother's house, and we've already talked about that a little bit with the family, doing something like that again, inviting friends and people from work and having a get together. So
me and Long will have to connect with your brother. We'll make it happen.
I don't really like being the center of attention because y'all know how I am, but
yeah,
I do appreciate it, and I am 50 is something you should celebrate. So I'm okay with doing it for something like that. Otherwise, it's just like something more casual, like when the three of us just go and hang out. I'm fine with that too. But it's 50. I guess it's a big one. So I got a few months till that. I'm going to stay 40, 49 for 8 months before we get to that. So yeah. So worry about that then.
When is your birthday?
August.
Oh, okay.
Is it 7th or 8th?
8th.
Man,
and now my brother didn't have a pool when he was 40. He has a pool now. So
yeah, that's right.
Kids can get in the pool, or grown-up kids if they want. It's all good. So it could be fun. And y'all can shower me with gifts of money. I don't know. Well, there are like there's traditional gifts at certain ages. And a lot of times
there is
50 or 60. It's like liquors and stuff. But I don't need a cabinet full of liquor, man. It's just like
I'll give you porn.
Now I could drink to that, right in front of my mother. Here, look what I got, Mark.
I got him pirates.
So
hey, man, I've seen that. That was good.
Yeah.
So AI says that these are the 4 traditional gifts for 50, and that is luxury home decor, gourmet food and drinks. That's not bad. Classic timepieces like a nice watch. I don't know. That's dated. And personalized gifts.
And porn.
And yeah, I think that's on here. I think that's under personalized gifts or classic timepieces. Either one, I think Long is right because he is the most Asian of us, and he is the most right in that regard.
What's my race got to do with it?
Because you have won that race, sir. Congratulations.
You're like Theo Vaughn. You always have to bring race into everything. Every time I see a clip of Theo Vaughn, he always has to talk about race. It's like,
I stopped
why are you so
questioning
obsessed
where
with
Matt comes from years ago. Long, you should know this.
I don't.
That's
know
why I
Matt
just look at
was.
him. I just stare into the camera. And we used to do it in person. I would just look at him, and I think Matt would like be scooting backwards because he thought I was going to punch him right there in the middle of the podcast.
I would say some shit.
Wouldn't surprise me if Matt was like tempted to rat you and Frank out for smoking weed in front of him.
That never happened. The only thing they smoked was those hombres down in Mexico, but it was in international territory. No one knew about it.
I know nothing. So anyway, So on to 2026, man. So it's been a couple weeks. You guys have time to check anything out, watch anything, play anything?
I'll go first. Haven't gone first in a while. I slacked. I did play some Helldivers, but kids wanted to go out to the movies. I didn't feel like taking them to the movies, so we bought Five Nights at Freddy's.
Yeah, I saw that on your account, and Wyatt wants to see it, and he was asking me how much it was to rent. I was like, "That's $20. We'll wait till it goes streaming." So he goes, "Okay, Dad, no big deal."
Mhm.
And then I said, "Well, Matt bought it so you can watch it." He's like, "Oh, cool." And I said, "Well, you can put it on in your room." He goes, "I'm not watching it by myself." I just laughed.
Yeah, man, we made a thing of it. I have an Uber One account, so I can get really good deals. Sometimes it's like buy one get one. This time it was like 50% off all Cinemark stuff. So we ordered a big bag of popcorn because it was half off for like $10. All the kids and had popcorn. Ices.
Whoa, bro. Wait,
Yeah.
half off is like $10. You can buy a box of microwave popcorn like $3. I'm
Not
just
the same, buddy. We needed the theater popcorn.
You know how you make theater
Cinemark.
popcorn, right? It's not that hard.
I guess I don't know how. I don't know.
You melt butter, you add turmeric powder and salt to your popcorn when it pops, and then you
Okay.
put butter on top of it. It tastes just like theater popcorn.
I have turmeric.
Yeah.
I'll have to try that next time. You use the kernels, huh?
Yeah.
You put the kernels in the pan.
Yeah.
All right.
I like to use the Kroger brand Parmesan Romano cheese
Okay.
for
Yeah.
flavoring.
Yeah, I like cheese and popcorn too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, you want to spend $10 on popcorn in the movie theater, like you're the dumbass, but whatever.
It was what it was. I got taken by a bunch of kids wanting ices and Cinemark popcorn. But that was really it. I slacked. Other than that, and some reruns of Family Guy randomly, and that was it.
Okay. I haven't watched Family Guy in over a decade.
Years since I watched it. Yeah.
Who wants to go next?
You go along.
All right. I don't remember. No, tricky. All I did was I played more Warframe. That's a fun game, free to play. And then bought a fishing game called Cast and Chill, which is a 2D pixel art, just a fishing game, and you just fish at your own pace. And then Cult of the Lamb, where you're playing a heretic lamb and you create your own cult and you build up this village. And that's an unusual game, but it's interesting so far. And I mean, who wants to serve an old Cthulhu god to overtake the other four gods with your own cult, right? So, did we do anything this last? Well, I know that I was not willing to go watch Avatar for 4 hours. It's already made $800 million. That's crazy, and I haven't heard much buzz about it except for. It's kind of funny how that works out. Like when you hear about a movie that makes $800 million and not much is said about it online, it seems. But no, I haven't really watched any movies. I've been meaning to watch the Shin Godzilla 4K disc with a new dub, and hopefully I'll be able to watch that this weekend. So
Shin Godzilla, good one.
Yeah, it's a very procedural. What if Godzilla shows up in Japan? Type movie. You ever seen that, Matt?
It's been a while. It's been like 6. You gave me a stack of Godzilla movies, I think like 5 or 6 years ago.
Oh yeah,
and
your homework.
Yeah, that was my homework. I went through them, and I think I went through them too fast. I just didn't absorb them enough.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll just bring my stack back, and you can rewatch them all.
We'll do it.
I like Shin Godzilla. Shin Godzilla for me is like the first hour I can do without. The second hour is great.
Yeah,
that's how I feel about that movie.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, the second hour, it's almost like two different films. The second hour of that movie is like fantastic filmmaking. The first hour is kind of like, all
I remember the
political,
design. The
all
design
the
was
political
neat.
talk back and all that stuff is just kind of boring.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that was for some reason the Japanese audience. It's definitely made for the Japanese audience for sure. The director did not care about the global audience, and he did not care about whether the foreign audience would understand what was going on in those first half of the movie. You know, he says, "Well, that's tough on them. They can just figure it out on their own." But this is made for the Japanese audience.
Right. And I get what they were trying to do. I mean, it was
I'm not
basically
trying to defend it, but I'm
right.
just saying,
It's
yeah,
basically their take on what if Godzilla was to appear in more modern times.
yeah,
How the government would react to it.
yeah.
And, yeah. I did see Avatar, which I'll get to in just a second. Other than that, I really just watched. I've almost finished both seasons of Girls Bravo, the anime I was watching. It's so ridiculously dumb but funny.
So old.
It's old. Well, 2004, 2005. I mean, 20 years old and nowadays in anime. You have One Piece has been on since 1998. So I mean, but it's funny, man. It's hilarious. I've liked it, man. It's fun. I've been blowing through that. I think I've got about 6 episodes left, and it's a quick watch. But
You should
no, I
watch
did.
High School DxD. No, that's the
I've seen some of that.
yeah.
It's okay. I mean, I like it. It's just, I think it's just too many episodes. Is it like 10 seasons?
No, I don't think so.
Is it? I don't know.
2 or
Felt like
3.
Yeah, I've seen some of that. It was pretty good. But I did go see Avatar, and I don't know. I've seen some stuff online, so I don't know. Maybe you're just not looking in the right places. I don't know, man. I feel like it's the best of the 3. Honestly, I thought it was really good. It's really well paced. There's not as much wasted time as Way of Water had. It moves well. It flushes out more characters. It definitely, if they do a 4th one, I don't know where they're going to go with it because it for sure concludes a lot of stuff. It's cinematically spectacular. I mean, there's some of Cameron's, I don't know if it's the same cinematographer he used in the other 2 films, but there are some absolutely gorgeous shots in this film. And which we've talked about this before. It's hard to be impressed anymore with things we see in theaters because we live in a generation in which we're spoiled by special effects and visual effects and things. But this movie is impressive. I mean, it looks fantastic. Nothing looks fake. It just looks really good. And the other 2 Avatar films looked good as well, but this one might be the best. There's some surprises in it as to where the story goes, where you think it's going to go. And especially like the first 30, 40 minutes of the film, you're kind of like thrown off. I wouldn't say thrown off, but you're like, okay, is this where they're going to go with it? And they kind of go somewhere else with it. And you're like, but it was it was like not so much like a twist, just like, oh, you're like, okay, so that's where they're going with the story. And, but I enjoyed it, man. And good performances, good motion capture performances from all involved. I think it's worth seeing. I mean, yeah, I agree. It's hard to find 4 hours to go to the theaters because it was 3. We went to the 10 o'clock and we got out at like 1:45.
Dang.
So 3. It started at 10:30 by the time they finished trailers and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And we were running a few minutes late, so we didn't even sit down until 10:20. And then
Speaking of trailers, what special trailers did you see?
By the time we sat down, we only saw the Avengers trailer.
Yeah.
And the one they showed for us was the Thor trailer.
Oh, okay.
Which I was going to talk about those in a minute because there wasn't a lot of news being a holiday, but we're going to bring up the trailers. But man, I really do believe it was the best of the 3. It has another fantastic last hour of the film, just like Way of Water had, where just the action sequences are mind blowing. I mean, just the stuff they do. I do feel like one thing I noticed with the Avatar films. I don't know if you guys agree with me. Like, when you see a film like that are classics like Star Wars and Jaws, and the musical themes, right? Even the Avengers, we know the musical theme. But I feel like Avatar's never had strong musical scores. like could
Much
you
of
know,
modern movies
right?
nowadays don't have
Could you
strong.
hear the Avatar score in your head if you thought about it? Not really, right? But
Mm-mm.
this one I think was the best score to the films. Like the music
Mhm.
went really well with the film. And that's another thing I felt like with the Avatar films. For being three very long epic films, they don't always feel epic, if that makes sense, but yet they feel more like watching a novel unfold on screen. They don't have necessarily an epic feel to them. But I think Cameron wasn't going for an epic feel. He was going just for classic science fiction. It's crazy to think that he tried to make the first one as early as 1999, and the studio balked at the price of it. Um, Even after the success of Titanic, they still were like, "No, we're not gonna give you that much money," you know. And then 10 years later, he got the first one made,
Yeah.
And but I really liked it. Like I said, it's great. It had a really good story. A lot of neat new characters. Man, the chick in the trailers, the evil chick, she's a screen chewer. The actress who plays her, she's really good. And it added an interesting dynamic of a villain. 'Cause that's one thing I felt like. We have Colonel, Stephen Lang's character, who was the bad dude in the first two, and she adds a really interesting dynamic in this one by giving a secondary villain. And I won't even say secondary. I mean, that's the wrong word. Just another villain besides Stephen Lang's character, and he's just as good as he always is in this. I mean, he's got some good one-liners as usual, and he's just a badass as he was in the first two.
Yeah.
But
So-
I think it's worth seeing, man. You got to finish the trilogy you made this for. I really think the Avatar is. I think it doesn't get enough credit for me, and I think they're way better than people say. People want to dismiss them as like the first one being Dances with Wolves and Aliens, and I don't always agree with that. I think they're really unique ideas, and I think the world of Pandora is pretty cool. I think people will look back on the Avatar films one day as being modern science fiction classics. I really do. I mean, they're making. I mean. As far as the money making goes, the first two did that. They played when they're 3-hour films, they can only have so many showings a day, so they tend to stay in theaters longer and do well. I think the first one was number one at the box office like 8 straight weeks.
Yeah. Did you guys finish Stranger Things?
No,
The volume 2?
no. I still haven't watched past the first 2 episodes.
Mm-hmm.
I've been trying, just haven't really had a chance.
I'm on 5, but I haven't watched much of it.
But well, the 5th episode. You're on the 5th episode of the new season.
Yeah.
But no, I'm going to try and get to it. Michael's work schedule is not as crazy this coming weeks. I've been trying to watch it with him, so hopefully we can watch some of it. Other than that, man, yeah. So we got our first looks at Avengers Doomsday this week with officially released Captain America and Thor trailers. Then there's a rumored X-Men trailer that's out there that hasn't officially been released online. And then I don't know if there's a 4th trailer or not. I have some thoughts on this. First off, it'll be interesting to see why Captain America is back and with a child.
Mm-hmm.
Second, how badass are they going to make Dr. Doom if Thor is freaking praying? Okay. Third,
Who?
Thor.
Thor.
I mean, Thor.
Thor
if
is
he's
who?
praying, how badass
praying.
if he's having to pray to the gods after beating Thanos, how badass are they making Doctor Doom? Third, I usually don't let articles sway me, but I read something that really made me think, like, is this going to be any good, guys? I mean, it's almost like the MCU has not been as good since No Way Home, that they're relying on, like, let's get the Avengers in theaters and bring everyone back in. But are they rushing it? This article kind of put it in perspective for me a little bit, like saying, like, is this really the right move with no buildup? Like, you had 10 years of buildup to Endgame and all that. And now you have no buildup to this. You're just going to throw people into it. And, we're going to bring back Chris Evans, and we're going to have Robert Downey Jr. playing Dr. Doom. We're just going to
just make an anthology, like an anthology. Yeah.
People are just going to go to the theaters because they see, Chris Evans back. And, like, And then if it turns out, what if it sucks and it gets bad reviews and it has a huge opening weekend, all of a sudden it doesn't do anything after that?
Mm-hmm.
You know, because let's face it, the Russo brothers made 4 very good MCU movies, but everything else outside the MCU they've done has just been okay.
Or bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I hope it's good.
Yeah. Who knows?
Yeah.
Who knows?
But it did kind of make me think a little bit because I guess I got caught up in like, oh, this looks cool. It's gonna be exciting. And I started really thinking like, yeah, well, what if this sucks? So, and we do have one MCU movie this year before that, Spider-Man comes out in the summer.
So Endgame came out in 2019,
Mm-hmm.
and we're in 2026. So we've been 7 years or so into almost 8 years into the wilderness, somewhat experimental phase here of MCU.
Right.
No clear direction. So yeah, if 2029 comes out, and they haven't course corrected by then, it's like, wow, we've had 10 years of a messy MCU era,
Yeah.
So
And so we'll see. We'll see how Doomsday comes out, but yeah, I don't know, man. So, right. But all right. Well, more on 2026 movies in just a little bit. Let's get into today's featured film, our first movie of 2026. A movie that came out in 2001, in an era in which video game movies were still, well, I mean, hell, even now, 25 years later, they're still hit or miss, and this was a highly anticipated adaptation with a huge star in the role of Lara Croft, with Angelina Jolie, who was one of those female stars at the time, could almost do no wrong. She was a box office attraction. She was very, very popular. And so they cast her in the role of Lara Croft for the adaptation of Tomb Raider. Directed by Simon West, I believe. Yes, who directed Con Air. He went on to direct this. And they brought in John Voight, a very young Daniel Craig is in this movie, a bad guy who I don't know who the actor's name was, and a big budget and special effects. And let's put it all together in a video game movie. And it felt like it couldn't miss. And well, it didn't miss at the box office. It was very successful. Got a sequel. And actually, as a movie, I don't think it misses that much either. I actually kind of rather enjoy this, and we'll get to that in a minute.
Yeah.
But so we got this adaptation of Lara Croft Tomb Raider. And I just want to say that arguably for a long time, this is one of the better video game movies. Until we've had some good ones recently, but for a long time, this was actually a pretty solid adaptation. It definitely taps into 1990s action style and nostalgia.
Big time.
It feels like you could drop this into 1994, 95, and it would fit just fine. Because we're in that weird era. We've done a few movies that were like 2000, 2001, 2002 that felt like they were not quite into the new era yet. They were still in the 90s. And that's okay, because you have the same thing in the early 90s. You had some movies that felt like they could be in the 80s. That's very much where Lara Croft Tomb Raider was. And I will admit, pretty sure I saw this in theaters. I remember going to see it. I might have even seen it with our old co-host Frank. Me and him used to hang out and go to movies back then quite a bit. And I'm pretty sure I saw it with him. And I don't know, what are your guys' first impressions of Lara Croft Tomb Raider?
I saw it in the theaters too when it first came out, and I enjoyed it. And then the wheels kind of fell off of it in the second half, I felt. But overall, it was a pretty fun movie. I actually managed to rewatch it right before we logged in.
It's a quick watch.
It's a quick watch, except on Pluto with like 10 or 15 fucking commercial breaks thrown in there. But man, so dated. The cinematography is so dated. Good job on keeping the budget within the studio too, because it looks like a lot of the sets were done inside a studio, which is pretty admirable instead of on location. And I just didn't like the action direction of the early 2000s, late 90s era type of action editing. It's just not very good. But other than that, I mean, Lara had some pretty good charisma, and Daniel Craig was young Daniel Craig in the movie, and uh, freaking what's his name, Jorah from Game of Thrones is the main villain. Um, the dude who had a crush on Daenerys in Game of Thrones, the old guy,
Mm-hmm.
and I have to say, I remember a moment in the theaters where the theater was silent when Lara Croft was doing her shower scene,
Yeah.
And there was another shower scene. It started from the second one. It was Daniel Craig,
All
and
right.
the
Yeah.
whole audience is like, "Oh, that sucks." Whatever. People or audibly like, "Oh man," they tricked us. It was, but they laughed too. The audience laughed when it was Daniel Craig instead of Lara Croft in that second shower scene. So um, I was laughing too because of the reaction of the audience members. Uh, but yeah, I mean, I remember the theater was packed too. I mean, I went to my preferred theater going back then was Deerbrook Mall because those theaters were always full on a Friday. So, um, but yeah, uh, fun yet outdated.
Yeah. A lot of fun stuff in this one. Whenever I first saw it, I remember obviously the action scenes in the mansion. Whenever the bad guy's like, "No, I don't know what this is," and then he's like, "I need a SWAT team in there to kick this girl's ass," and it doesn't go well for them. I guess at first it does. They're the Illuminati. But I liked the robot. I thought that was cool. That I know that company doesn't exist anymore. That did that CGI, and then of course the Warriors. I thought that was pretty cool. Just Tomb Raider, Angelina Jolie shooting the Warriors. Interesting enough, you've got a British man doing an English accent and a American woman doing a British accent. So it's like they're trying to do each other's accents. Craig and Angelina. Thought that was funny. John Voight, who is a memory or ghost of her father's voice.
Her real father.
Her real father, yeah. Who they were kind of estranged at this point. She dropped her last name, but
Right.
he was more than happy to hop on and fulfill that role. And like you said, even though the movie is crazy and nuts, and it's like, couldn't you just destroy half of the sphere or half of the pyramid, triangle, whatever? Why didn't you do that? But it's like, it's Angelina Jolie in the shorts and a padded bra in a shower, and then shooting some dudes. So, of course it's gonna bank, and it does.
Oh,
I figured this be your type of movie, Matt, since it's kind of like in your wheelhouse.
It is
You grew up
especially
like
that
on
action.
60 seconds, and
yeah. I feel like my first thing with this being coming from the director of Con Air, which I think is one of the greatest action movies of the '90s. It feels so different. It doesn't even feel like it's from the same director. And it's like Long said, it's has a lot to do with the editing room. It feels like they shot
the
these
editing's
scenes.
really annoying.
Yeah, they shot these scenes and they edited them together very choppily. It's funny because the action sequence in the beginning or training room is probably better than most of the action sequence in the rest of the movie. And I guess they did that to grab the audience with the early action scene, the training. They're like, okay, we grasp the audience and we've got him at this point. We've got she finishes training. We got Angelina in the shower. Oh, hook, line, sinker. They're in for the rest of the movie. So, that's what it feels like in the first 20 minutes. And then it builds a good mystery as to what the dial is and what they're going to do. And the bad guy convinces Croft to basically work for him in a roundabout way. And then it's very fair to say the wheels kind of come off and it turns into just let's get to the action in the last 30 minutes. And the mystery of it just kind of goes away. And that's my thing with watching this. I really like it. I enjoy it for what it is, but I feel like this could have been a modern, like, huge franchise if it had done properly. I mean, the thing with these archaeological adventure movies is you have the map with the Indiana Jones films to do these kind of movies, right? But then you get movies like Tomb Raider or recently Uncharted, and they can't just follow that simple map. It's like they try too hard to be generic. And instead of, it's okay to play homage and copy. And that's one thing I do feel like the Vikander Tomb Raider movie that she did, it was more closer to a Indiana Jones film than these were, you know? And that's why I like that one too, because it got some things right. And I feel like you have a huge star with Angelina Jolie, and she's sexy, and she looks like Lara Croft, and she did a good job with the British accent. And this could have been a franchise that had 4 or 5 really good films in it, but you made one that was decent, and you made a sequel that's not as good. You know, I mean, and this isn't even a great film, but the sequel is just kind of like running through the motions, and it does have a pretty cool motorcycle sequence in the second one, but it's not as good as this one overall. And it just, and by that point, you know, Angelina really didn't even want to do these movies anyways. It was, she was kind of under contract with the studio to do a couple of films, but she enjoyed enough the first one that she did the second one. And when the second one wasn't successful, she's like, I'm done. And, you know, because they did try to get her to come back for a third one, but it did not happen.
Yeah. To this day, she even said that she still loves the 2 movies even to this day, but it didn't make her rich enough. So yeah,
right. And it got her to move to Cambodia for filming this because she fell in love with the country.
Yeah,
and she lived there for a while. But there's a lot of, I think this movie, as far as capturing the essence of the video game, I think it does. It does that. You know, it's definitely Lara Croft on screen, and we get the idea of. I mean, she raids some tubes in archaeological areas, and it gets some of that right, and so it punches all the numbers of what a Tomb Raider film, I guess, should be. You know, there's some puzzle solving in it, things like that you do in the game. Yeah, you know,
Matt, you're awfully quiet.
Yeah, no, just thinking about some of the other stuff. Like, there are some nods to the game in this movie, and then the director changes. First, we were going to get Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure director. He was on for a little bit. They scrapped him, and then they brought another guy in. I think there was someone that was tied with Mortal Kombat Annihilation that was going to be involved, or maybe they ended up being a producer.
Thank God that didn't happen.
Yeah, and so it's like, yeah, that would have been a recipe for disaster. But yeah, of all the video game movies of the 90s, at least this is not a Double Dragon, a Super Mario, an Annihilation.
I mean, no, I think it's still maybe a top 5 video game movie, honestly.
Absolutely.
Considering what we have. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
at least in the top 20. Yeah, top 10. Yeah.
And so it does kind of mimic some stuff of the game, like some of the motions the butler does. There's, you know, the way that she finds the clock, smashing it, the way that she does. It's very much part of the video. And then, of course, whenever she's shooting the statues. But yeah, I didn't play a whole lot of Tomb Raider. I played a little bit on PS1 when I briefly had it. Yeah. But I know it's like, you know, up there with Resident Evil, you know, and Last of Us. A lot of people hold these video games in high regard, and they do look fun. I just, you know, haven't had the chance to play them very often, at all, at least lately.
I'm a big fan of the games. Well, actually, I haven't really played the original trilogy of Tomb Raider games that much, but I did play like the Tomb Raider Legend, the reboot, back in the mid 2000s, which I really liked. And then I liked the Survivor trilogy of 2016, which the Alicia Vikander one were based on. See, the reason why I like the Tomb Raider adaptation of the Survivor trilogy is because that Lara Croft wasn't as self-loathing as the Survivor trilogy. She definitely had a little bit of that Angelina Jolie confidence in that reboot. Uh, so it's a good thing she kind of yeah. This Lara Croft in the recent trilogy was very mopey and not as confident as the original, the OG Tomb Raider. So
Yeah.
I never saw the new one. Never saw it.
oh, if you should definitely check out the.
Heard it was good. Like,
Oh, they're very good. It's
Yeah.
one of the best bow and arrow mechanics of video games, and I think you'll like it, Matt. Some of the gunplay and crafting system and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And from what I know now, I think isn't there a live action show, Tomb Raider show in the works?
That's what I thought with Sadie Sink, right?
Uh,
Or well, that was rumored.
Oh no, it was with what's her name from Game
no,
of
it's
Thrones.
not Sadie Sink.
I already forgotten her name. The
I
redhead.
remember seeing who it was. The chick from
Game of Thrones. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Untitled Tomb Raider Project, Sophie Turner.
Yeah, Sophie Turner.
Yeah.
It's like, Sophie Turner? Are you sure? She has no charisma.
Oh, that's right, Sophie Turner.
Yeah.
Yeah,
With-
go ahead.
Wow. Phoebe Walker-Bridge from Indiana Jones is a showrunner.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I mean,
Sigourney Weaver's attached to it.
before Indiana Jones, Phoebe Waller-Cates actually is a very funny, very good writer. You know, from Fleabag on Amazon. It's a really funny show. So hopefully she can salvage a bit of her credibility doing the show. So
I mean, I still like the original Tomb Raider movie. It's fun. You know, it's a fun watch, throwback kind of to old style action films. And and I got Angelina Jolie side boob in the shower. You know,
Side boob.
yeah. I mean, I know there's other movies where I can see the whole thing of her, but sometimes the tease is more exciting. Yeah,
Because it's a mystery. You don't know.
that's right.
What does it look like? You know? I don't know. It could look like anything.
Yeah. I mean, this movie, it's not going to break any new ground. It's probably a solid B movie, you know.
Yeah.
It's a fun watch.
Fun watch.
On a
Gets you
lazy day.
distracted enough. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, so we are going to the beginning of 2026. So we thought we would discuss a little bit of movies that we're looking forward to this year. You know, we did our top 5 of 2025 a couple weeks back and didn't see as much this past year just because it felt like not as much to go see, and it's just getting more expensive to go to theaters. But there's a lot coming out in 2026, so we thought we would say like 3 movies we're looking forward to the most. Maybe talk about some honorable mentions, and whoever wants to throw something out there first, go ahead.
I'll go first. Well, I'll mention an honorable mention because they were going to say that Toho announced that Godzilla Minus Zero, the sequel to Minus One, is coming out late 2026. So we'll see if it actually happens. But then again, since it's a smaller budgeted movie, they do tend to turn around a lot quicker. And I do remember like Godzilla Minus One having a similar turnaround on its films. So, and then, to start off my number 3, Scary Movie 6. I'm looking forward to the Wayans brothers returning to the helm.
Nice.
They've written and directed it, and I think from what they said that they're making fun of the Jordan Peele horror movies.
Nice.
So we'll see how that goes.
That'll be a good one.
Yeah, I've never seen any of the Jordan Peele horror movies. So
I've seen some, not all of them.
yeah,
He's got an eye. He's got an eye for horror.
yeah. Which one of them are your favorites, Matt? Do you like the most?
I did watch that Get Out I watched Get Out. I watched, huh?
Did you see Nope?
Yes, I saw Nope. That was weird. That was the one
Oh,
with the alien.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was, and the beginning was a nod to that chimpanzee that went nuts and bit everyone's face off. That was a pretty cryptic, pretty horrifying beginning. And I'm trying to think if I've seen anything else. Now I think I've only seen 2 of his films. I wanted to see Us. It looked creepy. I just never got the chance to watch it. But yeah, no, he makes good films. It'll be interesting to see how the Wayans come back and make that Scary Movie 6. It definitely, that franchise needs their touch. That's for sure.
I knew there was 3, but I didn't know there was 4 and 5.
Yeah, I stopped watching after 3. It got stupid, but I think they got away from. I think they didn't do anything with 3. I think after 2 they weren't involved.
Yeah. It was the Zucker brothers got
Mhm.
involved in part 3, and maybe 4, I think. But 5 was, I don't know, a total throwaway. All right, who's next with their number 3?
I'm gonna say, the Odyssey for my number 3. I'm interested in this film, even though the boats are inaccurate, from what I've been told. But I want to see it. I want to see this Christopher Nolan movie and watch it for however long, and hopefully it's not like the last time I saw a Christopher Nolan movie where my vehicle got broken into.
That sucked, dude.
Yeah,
I remember I drove by and hung out with you for a little bit. Yeah.
Good. Yeah, you were a good man for that, dude. I was fucking baking in the sun because I was waiting for the cops to show up, but nobody died or got shot, so they're just like, he'll be good. I'm like, it's 105 degrees out here. I'm about to die out here. And then they're like, I called back and they're like, well, you can just come up here and file it and give us the pictures. And I was like, could have done that this whole time. God, would I had my buddy Long drive me up there?
Yeah.
Good shit. Good memories.
Well, I'm gonna have some honorable mentions that I'm gonna bring up. Disclosure, the Spielberg UFO film. Did you guys watch that trailer? Fuck,
Yeah.
man, it looks creepy as hell. But Spielberg and UFOs, it's gonna be probably good. I mean, come on, the guy can't miss with UFOs. Toy Story 5. I mean, it comes out this year. The Super Mario Galaxy movie. A couple of honorable mentions there. I'm looking for the Odyssey, but I've got it more honorable mentions. But in Avengers Doomsday, that's going to come in more honorable mentions. But at number 3, I'm going to tie at number 3 because I'm looking forward to both of these, and that is I'm looking forward to Supergirl to see where James Gunn's DC universe continues to go, and I'm looking forward to Spider-Man: Brand New Day because one thing that really annoyed me was the ending of Spider-Man where no one knows who he is, and it pissed me off because I was really engaged in it, and I'm like, this isn't fair to Peter Parker. You can't do this to him. Mm-hmm. So I want to know where the story goes, and if Spider-Man gets back to his friends and his family and back to his life. So I'm kind of looking forward to see what happens in Brand New Day. And so I'm cheating there with a tie at my number 3.
Nice.
Well, my number 2 is actually Supergirl. I'm interested in, her space travels, and looking forward to how Millie Alcock portrays Supergirl and how this graphic novel is adapted. I like the concept of the graphic novel. I'm not in love with it because Tom King wrote it, and his writing style, I just can't stand it at times. It's pretentious. But other than that, looking forward to see how the DC films adapts, and to see Lobo and see what I've never got the appeal of that character. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. But that's my number 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna put. Man, I forgot about Supergirl. That's tough. It's tough, but I really, really, really want to see Dune Part 3. I don't know. It's rumored for December 18th. I don't think that date has changed.
Yeah.
But
Right now, it's the same day as Avengers Doomsday, but I'm willing to bet one of the two movies switches.
yes, I don't think they want to open that can of worms like they say, where you just go against
Well,
two
and
titans
Dune
going
is my
against
number
each
2 as
other.
well.
Yeah.
I've enjoyed the first two Dune films way more than I thought I would. I'm now engaged in it, and I want to see where it goes. So, assuming it still comes out in 26. Yeah, and I'm also along in the honorable mention as far as Godzilla minus zero. I definitely, if it comes out this
same.
year, if it does come out in 26, it's probably my number one movie. But we're gonna put an honorable mention for now until we know for sure.
Yeah.
But yeah, Dune Part 3 for sure.
But yeah, man. Yeah, if they keep going the way they're going, it's going to be like that Vince McMahon meme where his eyes just keep lighting up. That's so. I'm hoping to get that kind of reaction out of Dune 3.
Yeah, I mean the first two are really. I mean the second one's great. I mean it was my number one movie of 2024 a couple years ago.
Yeah,
was it 24? No, it's 23.
23.
Has it been 2 years?
I want to say it's been 2 years.
It's 24 is minus one. That's we were all number one, right? No, that was 23.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, then 24 is Dune Part 2. Yeah, sounds right. The years all blend together. Yeah, but Dune Part 3 also is my number 2.
Nice. Let me see. Is it my turn?
Back to
Sure
you,
is,
Mark.
baby. Yeah.
Okay, number one. I'm not used to being the first. Well, of course, my number one is obviously Avengers Doomsday. And really, it's make or break for Marvel. And I'm willing to pay money to see if they make it or they break it. So, and I'm interested in seeing how Doctor Doom is portrayed. And to kind of circle back what you were talking about earlier, Mark, about what's the deal with, Captain America having a kid and Thor and all that. But
Thor had a kid at the end of Love and Thunder. Remember?
Yeah. So maybe apparently Doctor Doom is doing a thing where he's collecting all the firstborn kids of superheroes for some reason. Franklin Richards was visited.
Yep.
The Fantastic Four in credits.
Right. But I've also heard rumors that the rumor is that they are going to do partly like a Secret War story where Doom collects the heroes and on a planet together.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And he has this, and they have to save their children. That's been a rumor too.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's my number one. Doomsday.
Doomsday is also mine, Long. I know. It's been more so of miss than hit for Marvel. They've kind of turned the corner this year, and I hope it continues into Doomsday, and we get a return to form of 2019, something like that. But yeah, Avengers Doomsday, man, you said it, Long. We'll see where that storyline goes.
Oh, I didn't mean to backtrack, Matt, when you were mentioning the Odyssey.
Mm-hmm.
But do you remember seeing that shot of that dude in black Greek armor in the Odyssey trailer?
I guess not. I'll have to go back and freeze frame it.
He's wearing a black shiny armor, right? And people were photoshopping Batman ears on it.
Batman ears.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Man, number one, man. I am surprised neither one of you even mentioned this in your 2 or 3 or honorable mention, but fucking Star Wars is coming back in theaters, baby. Mandalorian Grogu. It's my number one, man. I can't wait. I'm excited to be in a theater again after 7 years, sit down and watch a Star Wars movie in theaters.
Mark, I'm tired of Pedro Pascal.
He's in behind a mask anyway, So who cares?
He's just the voice.
Can't wait, man. I'm excited for that. I love Star Wars. It's my favorite franchise of all time.
Mm-hmm.
I will be there opening weekend. I'm excited for it, man. I cannot wait. That's easily my number one. I mean, I'm just to the point with the MCU. Like, I hope Doomsday is good, but I'm not pumped for it, man. Maybe I will when the full trailer comes out. But I'm a little more excited for Spider-Man as far as the MCU goes than I am Avengers. Because I guess I also really like the character of Spider-Man a lot. I've always been one of my favorite Marvel's characters. So, but Star Wars, Mandalorian Grogu, man, that's my number most anticipated movie for me in 26. Can't wait. So,
Fair enough.
yeah, but cool, man. So 2026, here we are, folks. The Rebel Radio podcast continues on, and next week we're gonna watch Elysium, which is on Netflix, directed by Neil Blomkamp. Is that how you say his name? I've always never wondered if I butchered his name. Who made the amazing District 9, and was really hoping he would make his RoboCop Return sequel, but damn it, the studios didn't believe in him enough to do it.
Yeah.
I was okay with his Alien thing never getting made because I kind of felt like, that should have been done by James Cameron if that was ever done. But I really wanted to see his RoboCop Return sequel. But oh well, didn't happen. But Elysium, I think, is pretty good, man. It's not as good as District 9, but I think it's a pretty solid cyberpunk style science fiction movie. We're going to look back on it next week and on the show. But until then, the Rebel Radio Podcast.com, as always, for all your Rebel Radio needs. And Happy New Year to all our listeners out there and to you guys. And until next time, this has been Mark.
This has been Matt.
This is Long.
Remember, as always, in the new year, just go there
and do it.
Thank you.